Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the final day of AI Genesis. It has been an exciting 3 day journey, and we are so glad to see all of you back again with the same energy and curiosity. This series, organized by the CodeCrafters Society, and it has been created specially for students like us. Students who wants to understand how AI is shaping our future and how we can be a part of it. Today's final session focuses on a topic that is becoming extremely important for students entering in the tech world. That is careers in agentic AI. Agentic AI is not just another buzzword. It represents a major shift in how AI works, moving from simple tools to intelligent systems that can reason, plan, and communicate and complete tasks on their own. And with this shift, a whole new set of job roles and career paths are emerging, making it the perfect time for us to learn about it. To guide us today, we have an inspiring expert with us. It's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Srinivasan Ramanujam, an AI entrepreneur, agentic AI architect, Gen AI consultant, and machine learning ops and automation expert. With more than 24 years of software engineering experiences and 7 years in AI entrepreneurship, he has built real world AI systems that automate work and solve practical problems. He has trained over 30,000 professionals and hundreds of educators and has developed AI products like a homework assistant, a personal finance AI system, and the upcoming REO Real Estate Orchestrator. His mission is to make AI understandable, accessible, and useful for students and professionals at all levels. We are truly honored to have him with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mr. Srinivasan Ramanujam. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much for the warm welcome. Right. So I just immediately go through the presentations and also the objective of uh, the careers in agentic AI, what is happening in the real world scenario, and what needs to be done. Okay, so I'll just share my screen so that if you have any questions in between, just wait for the Q&A session and at the end of the hour, and I will just open up for Q&A. Just to note down all your questions, right? And then we'll discuss all the questions. Okay, so I'll try to address the maximum questions as possible. Is it fine? All right. Thank you. So I'll just switch off my video. Right. I hope you are doing great, and it is very honored to be here and present here my thoughts and the other things. Right. It is really enjoyable moment. Right. Thanks again, and I'll just start this session. Okay. I'll just share my screen. Okay. So we are focusing on what is the agentic. I think you probably know about, by this time or by this today, what are all the things has been automated, right? So you have so many experiences towards an applications like web applications, mobile applications, platforms. There are so many platforms nowadays we are using, but still there are some of the things it is not able to see the artificial intelligence potentiality. So that is what I can say, even in my the usual the workshops for corporate corporate workshops, even academic workshop. The full potential of AI we have never gone, and we have never seen. So until now, we have seen only the 4% of automation work has been done, and another truly, the 100% of the artificial intelligence, those things. Okay. So within 4% automation itself, we have seen tremendous improvement on efficiency, accuracy, and portability, mobility. There are so many things we have achieved in several domains. Or I could say each and every domain we are seeing, right from healthcare, banking, finance, life sciences, hospitality, and I mean market research, whatever the domain or whatever the business verticals if you are taking, the automation process just entering, right? The process improvement has been just gone through to that extent, right? But a little bit, I mean, wavering, a little bit the accuracy, a little bit lagging while connecting with multiple applications at the same time. So right now, automation means, because I wanted to explain first of all the what is automation, and then in the traditional AI processes and also the agentic AI processes, what could be the difference, and then we'll just deep dive into the career opportunities. So that is where you'll be able to understand, or you'll be able to visualize where the opportunity is, so that you will be able to become a product developer or a product builder. You'll be building a lot of products in future, or right now you are in the process. That is also is possible, right? Nowadays anything is possible, having this kind of the cutting edge technologies, the cutting edge the the integration, right from the front end, the back end, the middleware, all the thing is just open for everyone, right? You just simply know how to connect the dots. Okay, so right now what we have to understand, so we already experienced the basic, the machine learning products. Whatever the products you have, I mean, not only the software products, whatever the physical products, okay, even the IoT products, the internet enabled, the products, right? Whatever the products you have taken, those things, maybe the authentic NLP, natural language processing thing, maybe it is getting advanced, right? And then some products, the basic machine learning products are the advanced machine learning products that has been there. Some products like the image processing, video processing, the text, obviously it is already there by default of whatever we are talking about. By default the text should be there, text to text conversion. So that is why I didn't touch. So that text to image, text to video, text to audio, those kind of a thing, it is just getting emerged. But it's still, there are so many improvements. There are not so many players. There are players, but it is not, how to say, it is not democratized like how we are using the machine learning products, the open source, the community, the open source library, even Python or Java. Those are all, that is emerged because of lot of open source library. In that library, whatever you'll be able to do, you'll be able. I mean, your system should get, it should be able to do those kind of things. Maybe maybe in terms of enough. I'm not talking about the GPU right now. When it comes to the agentic, maybe I will get in touch with GPU. So the normal system, the normal CPU, you'll be able to do all these kind of things. But still, there are so many other things will not be able to process it as of now. So that means we have done automation process, but not to the extent of how we are talking right now. So I'm just explaining something, and you are hearing, and in the middle, Google Meet is the layer. That is that's a product, the software product. Through this medium, we are talking, right? So I'm talking at the same time you are hearing as a voice, and also if I just switch on, it is also it become like a video, right? This process, we are just connecting. I mean, in between there is only one layer. Okay. At the same time, if I wanted to automate, or if I wanted to connect multiple products at the same time while talking to you, while discussing with you, okay, so that that process will taken into effect, and that process will just coming to an end. Okay, that means if I wanted to I mean, at the same time, I'm just talking to you. At the same time, this has to be done in a text format. Maybe whoever is not able to understand English, they'll be able to understand in their native language, right? Maybe Tamil or Hindi or whatever the language we are talking in India, or whatever the language in the world, right? It could be just immediately just getting transformed or translated at the same time. This is one of the agentic AI framework task can be done. It's already been introduced. You know all those things, but I'm just telling you the real time scenario. It is not yet democratized. It is not yet formalized. It is not yet organized, or it is not yet orchestrated formally. This is one of the things. Okay, like this, there are so many other things which uh, could be the pain point. That means, I mean, what we are thinking, a lot of, because I'm just discussing, dealing with a lot of people and people minds. They are telling, all the things, which has been done by coding, which has been, the vibe coding, especially the vibe coding platform. If you just give the problem statement, just a prompt will do all the coding structure for you. It will be just, started doing architecture for you. And what we do as a programmer or a developer, right? That is the main questions that has been asked by the corporate employees and also students, and also many more. Like if you are an independent consultant, if you are a CEO, if you're a startup owner, right? Those people are also started thinking in what way we can. We have to focus. If, say, for instance, if I am a Python developer, can I be a Python developer throughout my life? Not at all, right? Can it be just a Java developer throughout my? Not required at all. That is where the traditional artificial intelligence process, it has been not slowly, it has been tremendously changed into an agent. So whatever the way we think, the way we approach the problem statement, we are just whatever the problem we have right in front of us, we are making agents like anything. Okay, even if you're just you wanted to walk in your home, there should be an agent. Or you wanted to talk, you want to initiate some process at home, there should be some agent. Even in your work environment, even in your institution, wherever you are, even wherever you just go and have a conversation with vendors outside over there, even for all the things, we had to think how the agent will become more sophisticated or more easier, or you just make your work very very easy to communicate with the process. So maybe if it is a one-on-one communication, that is fine, one agent is fine. But if it is a multiple agentic multiple agents you want to connect or integrate, then that is where the multi-agent process should come into place. Okay, so that is where the agentic AI frameworks like LangChain, LangGraph, the N8N workflows has been just becoming very hot in the market right now. Now the challenge here is in what way we need to consider our career into agentic, right? Still, agentic AI frameworks are in early stage. It is whatever the problem statement you are having, you will be able to integrate. Like, say, for instance, just to take the example of perplexity. Now, Perplexity introduced Comet, even ChatGPT introduced Atlas, but the competition relies on how the question is, how you are asking the question, in what way you are asking question. That becomes critical right now. So that means I'm just touching lot of points, right? A lot of other things as well, along with this agentic AI. Why I'm just touching this? Because you have to think how long this agentic AI career should exist, so that you will be able to focus on this kind of a framework or a structured, Maybe if you wanted to become, I mean, you wanted to build a product, you wanted to, build any a solution for any problem statements, or you're just trying to solve any pain points, whatever it is, through any hardwares, or well, not only the software, through any hardwares, right? So now in front of you there are I mean, opportunity is there, the framework is there, but the thing is, we need to have, or we need to put lot of data to train these kind of an agentic AI framework. Are we having enough data to train those? Suppose if we just take healthcare information, right? Healthcare, it is a vast environment. If you just happen to go to the hospital, it is, I mean, you have, I mean, at end of the day, or once you are entering into the hospital until you are coming out of the hospital, you have to go and look around, or you have to go and experience different departments within the same hospital environment, right? You have to connect with those people. Just think about these scenarios, okay? Where all the people, I mean, you have to wait manually, and the people which you are interacting, and that people, those people, how long they are taking time to solve your problem, and consider the same kind of situation in each and every time, how you are just going to solve, or going to wait for that, the problem should get ended, right? So like this, ask this kind of a questions, then think about the agentic AI framework. Is it the right time to start to think in those lines? Is it the right time to connect or integrate multiple environment together, right? Again, the problem is, if you are just trying to integrate, you should, I mean, say for instance, through I'm just showing, still I'm not coming into the career thing, because I want to show you the bigger picture of what is agentic, and then you have to put your strong foundational thought process towards it, so that your agentic AI career should get strong. You shouldn't want to be like, okay, I can go this way, I can go that way, I can just be with, no, nothing. Agentic is the future, and it should be there for until I think 5 to 10 years it will be there. So the next 10 years, agentic AI is going to rule. And with respect to this agentic AI thing, the lot of the other products involved in agentic AI autonomous thing, the product should change. The look and feel of your product that you are using right now, it is going to change, right? Right from your mobile phone. So every size, I mean, even size of your phone should get changed. The PC or the laptop size should get changed, because the power of information you are retrieving these kind of devices through the mobile network, or any other the internet service providers, it is going to be tremendous. Okay, so agentic AI in nature, the thing is, right now it is just started, but there are so many. I mean, it looks really fantasy, but at the same time, there are so many challenges are there to integrate multiple products at the same time. So in between, we'll see, how the integration is happening, and how and what are all the processes are there, what are the protocols are there. You just see in between, so that we'll be just finishing up the 360-degree angle of the career opportunities. Okay, right. So we just start this. The perception, the continuously sensing and interpreting environmental data through multiple modalities. Okay, always, going forward, our environment should be like, it should not be just a text to text information. It is always a text to image, a text to video, and text to, sometimes text to audio. Who knows, maybe text to music too, because that is a separate application right now. It is just happening right now. Okay, right. The reasoning, the making complex decisions based on goals, context, and learned experiences. If you started learning the AI and Gen AI processes, and also the agentic AI processes, maybe you will be able to identify this kind of things, right? Through the product development nature or the workflow creation nature. How the reasoning is happening, how the product is getting nurtured, how the orchestration is going to happen in front of you. Not only the text-to-text orchestration, even text-to-image, text-to-video, what, right? All these things should by default, going forward, these are all, these things should come in handy. Maybe the subscription and other things, should be there, but still these things are will be very, very trained, automated, and you'll be able to see the tremendous opportunities. These kind of things, will get reasoned by itself. Okay, the goal-oriented action, the target, executing plans, autonomously, while adapting to changing circumstances. So maybe, if I have any questions or if I have any problem, I tomorrow itself, right now it is around 4:30 p.m. and I want to book my flight, and I don't have time to book my flight, right? So you just make this an autonomous. You can just approach any browser in future. This is what is going to happen. Okay, right now it is happening, but still, going to get democratized very soon. And maybe, you want to search, like, I want to get a very cheap rate, and I want to get low cost rate, not a cheap, maybe low cost rate, and from Chennai to New York or whatever the country we're just, trying to fly. So the system, the agentic AI, the system will try to identify the low cost, the air carrier, and it will just try to find it and fix it, and payment will be done, provided your credit card or debit card information already there, and it is done. And maybe, after your scheduling is getting over, you will just start for the flight. So this is just a simple, it looks like a simple scenario, but booking a flight, it's always a pain point. It is a painful process, right? So all these things, getting autonomous. So it is a target based one. Like this, all the things you just, able to fix up the workflow. So learning loop, improving performance through continuous feedback and self refinement. So the continuous feedback, that means, human in the loop should always be there, so that, you will just give to your workflow. This is not what I am expecting. This is not what it is there, right? And you have to be in the loop, and you have to always be in the loop, right? That is the human in the loop process, and you will be able to give enough input. That input will just, will be enough to learn, the system learn by itself, because most of the agentic AI workflow, the reinforcement learning should be there, so you don't have to worry, and it will just learn by itself, just like that. Okay, so the revolution, yes, the agentic AI revolution, this is just, you can see the numbers. This is based on the global market thing. The market momentum behind the agentic AI reveals why now is the critical moment to position yourself in the field, right? It is like $28.5 billion global market by 2028. Okay, now it is 2025. We are at the end of 2025, right? Within 3 years, it is going to raise like a $28.5 billion market, right? 67% enterprise adoption. It is almost, I think for the last, within this year, I started so much of corporate training this year. They would want the traditional programming getting converted into white coding, because, I have given n number of training to the corporates, right, from Exaware, Accenture, and there are so many manufacturing companies adopting their softwares, and everything else is getting changed. I have given the white coding, Gen AI training, and also agentic AI training. All the developers that now, right now, they started doing the work on this kind of a framework. Okay, so enterprise adoption, it is just, happening like this, so that you'll be able to adapt to those kind of an environment. Once you just going into the environment, either you are going as an employee or an employer, whatever it is, or if you are you want to become a sort of owner, right? So these kind of things, it is happening, and it has already happened, and there are so many traction was there, the data was there, and it was working well, right? But you should think why you should need those kind of a system. First of all, is it worth having, and how long the productivity has been increased? And you should have those kind of an idea, a preconceived notions, and then you will just be able to approach with respect to information. Okay. So the expected, the new roles, like 2.3 million jobs around agentic AI framework. As of now, major companies adopted Gen AI environment, but within Gen AI environment itself, the adoption is just now happening, already started happening, right? The implementation is just done fast, and it's very soon. Whoever just adapted Gen AI environment, they wanted to going to the agentic AI adoption, because as of now, whoever just created one agent, or multiple agents for multiple process, now they want to create a main brain of this process, so that they can control wherever they are through agentic AI framework, right? So the estimated new jobs in agentic AI development and governance by 2027. The salary premium is obviously it is really high, right? Within, I mean, 2 to 3 years of experience, 3 to 5 years of experience, even 0 to 2 years of experience, they are getting at the minimum, the salary. From the knowledge of wherever I'm just going, I'm just checking, right? Minimum 25 lakhs. It starts with 25 lakhs per annum. Especially 0 to 1 year or 0 to 2 years. Okay, so the change is happening. The expectations is just changed. The other kind of process just changed. The traditional processes tremendously changed. Nothing was very old. Okay, right. So this is the layer of the agentic nature, agentic ecosystem as of now, right? It offers a diverse roles spanning technical development, strategic oversight, and interdisciplinary innovation. So the number one is like, if you wanted to be in architecture, right, a role, right? This is very, very, what to say, how you have to design, I mean, how your thought process should be, how the design thinking, I think you would have heard this terminology, design thinking process, right? So design multi-agent systems, define communication protocols, and build frameworks for agent coordination. It requires a deep understanding of distributed systems and reinforcement learning, as I said earlier, right? You know the basic understanding and the fundamental understanding of machine learning, and also the statistical modeling. And these are all the basic and core ideas, and also the computer architecture you should know. Okay. Then you will be able to do, I mean, then only you'll be able to think around in all the areas, so that the model or the solution you are going to provide for your customer is going to be stable, and also it's going to be able to scalable. That is very, very important in any architecture part, right? So this is one of the, I mean, key role, the agentic AI in nature. They are giving you, I mean, salaries obviously that is going to come, but the thing is, the critical job of the software development lifecycle as of now, it is, I mean, always should be on an architect. Now it is an agent architect. Okay. So AI safe. The next one is the AI safety and alignment specialist. So ensure autonomous systems behave according to human values and intentions. That means it is almost coming under the context engineering. Well, I think would have studied about or gone through about the prompt engineering. Why we are calling this as an, I mean, prompting itself as an engineer. I mean, engineering under engineering thing, we are calling prompting. It's like it's kind of an art and science, and you should know the rules and regulations how to operate this kind of an LLM. Maybe after the LLM, if I think within 1 year or within 2 years, almost 2027, LLMs will just get slow down. The SLM is getting, coming into the place. So instead of LLM, we are just, going for the small language model for each and every processes. We are going to create a product for multi-agent system like the Agentic AI system. So whenever, you are building some multiple environments, you will be able to integrate. There should be an Agentic AI framework. So the multiple decision making process would have happened, and each and every layer the decision spot is, you have to through a RAG model you have to put your decision making approach, and then the decision making happen very soon, and then it should reflect to the main brain of your agentic AI framework. So that is how the future is going to be. Okay, it is not just an agentic AI, it just, uh, it is going to impact multiple environment what we are using right now. So we are using the models like, the GPT, I mean the other models like Gemini. There's so many models out there, right? It's all generic right now. So going forward, or it's all in a large language. It's all billions of text has got trained. Maybe in future it is just now going into, deep dive into, say for instance, I want to focus only on the dentist. So the small language model would have been created. That's SLM would be supporting only for dental. So those kind of a specific SLM would have been come out in the market. All this, coming out from the LLM, the same kind of brand or something. So those are all, very, very. I mean, the accuracy rate would become, would be more in future, so that our pain points will get resolved. Maybe while retrieving the responses from SLM, the accuracy would be really great, and also who knows, maybe, it will be just like an interactive information. You don't want to even type, right? For most of the applications in future, you just interact like an Alexa product. Okay, that is all, coming under the this kind of an agentic AI nature. Okay, the next thing is cognitive systems developer build reasoning engines, decision making frameworks, and planning algorithms that enable agents to act intelligently in complex environments. Okay, so the cognitive systems already, it's already there. Because of this, the reasoning is there. Because of this, the orchestration of your the response, it is just, the decision making, the judgment, the inclusive in nature. It's all, based on the prompt, and also the history of your the prompting, and also how you frequently interacted with the system previously and also now. It just, reads all the context, and it will just go cognitive in nature. Obviously, that is why, we are frequently going to use this kind of models. And then the agentic AI nature will give you support and boost this kind of a system, so that decision making is happening very smooth. So the cognitive system developer also, it gives special attention in this agentic framework. So the next one is the agent experience designer, shape how humans interact with autonomous agents, creating intuitive interfaces and transparent feedback mechanisms for human AI collaboration. Yeah, this is, if you just look at this, all these four layers, these are the main layers, right? So going forward, it should not be a developer kind of a role. Going forward, this is an agentic, developer in nature, and how you just interact and how you just shape your, train your model, and that kind of a training, how accuracy your model, right? This is also, it plays a vital role. Okay. So these are all the emerging specialist role. If you just look at this industry specific thing, even high demand specialist, multi-agent orchestration engineer, as I said, orchestration in LLM and also the SLM, it is really an important thing. Okay, without orchestration, you will not be able to see the coordination. Even if you're, I mean, you are seeing the Gamma app presentation, right? I think you would have seen how beautifully, it is orchestrating things. Okay, how it is orchestrated line by line, the H1 tag and the H2 tag, the titles and everything. How just highlighting the bold letters. It's all, depending on the orchestration nature. So without this, you will not be able to, give this kind of a result over here. Okay. So autonomous decision auditor, agent memory architect. Yes, this is very, very crucial role. So design persistent memory systems enabling agents to learn from past interactions. Maybe, you just try to get to know how the memory system in your chat GPT or any LLM for that matter, or even if you are just talking to any other systems which is using LLM, right? And how the past interaction should be there, and also, are these kind of the conversational bots taking the memory, or how just getting into the context suddenly or immediately. Just check these kind of things, maybe observe these things, getting very, very because this is very, very critical for keeping your information at the same time. Even if you're just going to your GitHub Copilot or a Cursor or a Windsurf or Augment Code, there's so many vibe coding platforms out there. If you're just trying to use how if you're just in a simple a single prompt, your application just it has been thrown out of this vibe coding platform, how the memory has been taken over. Or if you want to change or customize your problem statement, how are you going to do that? So the agent memory, it is like playing an important role. As I said, this is a human in the loop designer, creates optimal intervention points where a human judgment enhances agent performance. So actually these roles are not there right now today, right? But that doesn't mean that tomorrow it was not. It is all coming under the agentic framework. And also Gen AI architect or Gen AI developer, or the words may be little bit different in terms of our Indian context, in terms of maybe the other countries' context will change, but these are all emerging role, very in near future. Okay, and it will be there for maybe next 5 to 10 years. This is going to do this kind of works, because there are nothing going to be like a Python developer or Java developer or any other developer going forward, and instead these kind of roles you would be hearing very soon. So these are all the industry specific roles, like healthcare agent developer. These are all, maybe market research developer, agent developer, financial trading agent developer, supply chain logistics. Likewise, if you are, if you want to stick with one single field, okay, then you will get a subject. You will be a subject matter expert, so that the domain, and also how to apply your knowledge, your technical expertise in that specific domain. So that you have to apply somewhere your technology stack, right? So otherwise, domain doesn't make any sense, right? So the agentic AI technology stack, the foundation models, like it is the code, LLMs, the vision models and multimodal systems, the network agent frameworks like LangChain, AutoGen, QA. I think you would have started working on all these things. The chart, the orchestration platforms like MLOps and agent deployment systems like Kubernetes, Ray, Model, the memory systems like vector database. Without vector database, is nothing is going to work. for agent context and learning. Safety infrastructure, the monitoring guardrails, it's always should be there when you are in the you know developing these kind of products. So tool integration, APIs, function calling, external tool calling, and usage frameworks. Yes, these are all the technology stack you already. Maybe this is the foundation. This is the foundation of any other thing. Without this, your model will not be able to make a decision, right? And without all these other things, the entire system will not be able to work. So in a chain. So this is essential, and how you have to create and how you have to achieve in this career, right? So the foundation, if you just wanted to master Python reinforcement learning basics, I think you would have already started working on. If not, you just start immediately. You'll be able to, always just do this thing. You better work instead of just start learning. Okay, start working on that, working on the project, and you will be able to know how these processes are working. Okay, even some of the nuances, like if you are creating a product on Python through any vibe coding mechanism or a platform, right? There are some challenges. The end-to-end challenge when you are building end-to-end product like front end, back end, along with middleware. If you are just not trying to integrate this, if you are in Python mode, then you have to approach. Your approach should be different. If you are in Java environment, your approach should be different. So these kind of things, you should be able to manage, and you should be able to fix it. You should be able to identify where the problem should come, so that you'll be able to fix it very naturally. Okay, so these are just a timeline I just given. So it is not just you have to be with this. Okay, so this is, yeah, critical technical competencies. Yes, RL should always be there. But what I would suggest you, if you are going to build your foundation strong, then start with basic machine learning, basic statistics, basic statistical model, and machine learning, deep learning. In deep learning itself, there are so many processes out there, and you just start with the basic understanding of NLP and how it starts and how it started working and how it started understanding our natural language, right? And then that would be the starting point for all these frameworks, even for Gen AI and also for Agentic AI. Okay, that is the even knowledge base. How you are creating your knowledge base. That means the knowledge base for anything. If you want to build your own methodology, how the RAG model is working, how you are, the reinforcement learning is important. The same like the RAG model is important. Okay. So the planning algorithms, this kind of things, the Monte Carlo research, hierarchical planning, it depends on you. Again, it depends on your goal, or depends on your problem statement again. Okay. And also in reinforcement learning, reward functions, policy optimization, exploration, exploitation, trade-offs for agent training. The knowledge representation, like semantic search, semantic networks, ontologies, and structured knowledge systems, how it is just enabling the search and how it is just going and searching the right word for your response, right? How the distributed systems were functioning, like designing scalable, fault-tolerant, multi-agent architectures and everything. Okay, so yes, soft skill. I don't want to reiterate. Obviously, you should have all these things, right? Or you will be able to develop ethical reasoning, interdisciplinary collaboration, clear communication, system thinking, and adaptive. Yes, adaptive learning is going to be the key skill in future. Okay, adaptive learning and creative thinking. Yes, so you'll be able to do. You just keep on building your GitHub profile, GitHub repository, and that should be the gateway. You already started knowing it, right? And autonomous decision making agent. You just keep on working on the regular. Or you don't want to reinvent the wheel again and again. I mean, don't focus on the innovation. Innovation comes if you just try to solve the existing problem. Okay, so that is where the key difference lies on. Okay, right. Yeah, this is the industry landscape where the jobs are tech and stack. I mean, tech, software, financial services, healthcare market, automotive. Yes, automotive also. You have the opportunity. Consulting, obviously, defense. Okay, and the growth, it is obviously this there, and there is, I mean, nothing. It is obviously is there. You just go and see the growth and everything. How you have to be ready for those kind of things. It is really this is like an action plan. How you getting started today and how you just getting into that. I'll share this presentation with you. No issues, right? And yeah, that is there, and all these things. I don't want to reiterate, right? Yeah. Any questions? I just stop, share. Any questions? Thank you so much. You are giving me a lot of things. Yeah. I mean, I think you are appreciating me. So I just, I mean, within 1 hour, it is not possible to give all the information, but I try to give in a nutshell. But let me know if you have any questions, or you can always, keep connecting through my LinkedIn profile, Srinivasan Ramanujam. Okay. Maybe I'll just share my LinkedIn. Yeah, I think yes. I think somebody will be having question.
Sir,
Yes,
good evening, sir. Your LinkedIn profile link is not opening.
your
What is
audio is
the
not clear. This is my profile, just for your information. Okay,
okay?
right. So this is linkedin.com/n/writer Srinivasan. Okay. Yeah. Yes. What's your question?
Thank you.
Your voice is not clear. That is what it is. So those who are joined, this is my profile, and you can keep on asking me any questions if you have. Otherwise, text me here. If you are not able to, talk, maybe you can just you also get this. Yes, you'll be able to get the slides. No issues. What are the projects that we should work on to enter the field? There are so many projects. Don't focus just on very simple automation. Don't just focus on simple automation. That means don't focus. Okay, you just take the problem statement, which is really a problem statement. Okay, which is really a problem statement. That means you should take the problem statement from the real world example. Go to the real world, talk to the people who is just having the problem, and then try to refine the problem statement. Okay, that is always be good. Okay, I think one Karthik Kumar, please differentiate deep learning versus NLP versus ML. Okay, actually, this is the other way around. ML versus deep learning versus NLP. ML, it is as machine learning, which most of the time you will be able to work on the numbers. You are going to work on with the numbers. Okay, and then the deep learning started to going only work on very specific process like image representation, huge volume of image identification. Okay, and then in that deep learning, if you just go in depth, whatever the language you are trying to talk through text, the NLP just started over there, the natural language processing. Okay, so the machine learning, and then deep learning, and then NLP, and then Gen AI. In that NLP, that is the next generation, is Gen AI, generative AI, and then agentic AI. That is how the order is. Okay. What is the main agenda of this AI agentic? This is not AI agentic. This is the main agenda of this meeting. It is careers in agentic AI. It's not AI agentic. It is careers in agentic AI. What are the careers you would be focusing on, or you should focus on? PDF, yes, I will just send out. Maybe I will give the Gamma link as well. You'll be able to download it. No issues. Okay, joining process. Okay, I'm not sure. What is the joining process? I don't know. Mm, okay. Thank you so much for your time, and it's time up. And if you have any questions, you will always reach out to me through my LinkedIn profile. That is always open, and I'm always with pleasure trying to solve your.
Thank you, sir, for that insightful and student-friendly session. And it's a really interesting session, and we have learned a lot of it, and it will really help us for our to make our career in agentic AI. And also, I would like to conclude AI Genesis. We thank our organizers and all of you for being such enthusiastic participants. Have a great evening. Have a great evening, and keep exploring the world of artificial intelligence. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Once
Thank you
again.
for that. Thank you. Thanks a lot.